would be. Why?
Mike makes your day. He brings you the world, the stars and the songs. Mike
The
makes
songs?
your day.
Is it songs? Wow.
Does what
I do.
you'd like to and takes you along. Mike makes your day.
Hey, heads. How are you? Ooh, oh, man. I didn't get any sleep last night, so I might be a little loopy this morning. I apologize in advance, okay? You'll all give me a second chance. I'm sure of it. I'm chugging coffee this morning to wake up. I don't know what happened here. Jules, do you know? Was I tossing?
Yeah, probably nightmares, terrors.
Terrors involving my life. Yo, bro. You'll still love me after the show. I guarantee it. So, yeah, if I act a little strange, it's because I've barely had any sleep, and I've been drinking. Coffee. How are you? Did you guys have a good weekend? Did you do anything fun? Welcome to our chat. If you're watching live here at redbarradio.tv, you could hop in our chat here and talk to us. We'll read your messages. We love talking to you here.
Some of the best friends you've ever had are here.
I have a question, too, because I need help with a couple of answers here. Okay. Because Jules loves these things. Did you see on Netflix they came out with a new show? What is it called? Our cities. Cities are wild, but the animal kingdom never saw them before. Who's that guy? That white bearded man?
David Attenborough.
David Attenborough. Ooh, Planet Earth, huh? They came out with a new show. Is Planet Earth done and they just come out with new shows, or are they reserving Planet Earth for the better footage?
Planet Earth was on the BBC, and this is a new one for Netflix, I guess.
Cool. What was the new one called for Netflix?
Our Planet.
Our Planet. And I don't like that show that much. I don't like stuff about Earth. So what's going on here? So I was thinking, like, Jules always wants to watch the stuff about Earth, and now we're trying to decide what to watch. You know, we're arguing over, like, bedtime shows, like that last show that you watched that lullabies you to bed, right? And she's like, let's watch Our Planet, you know? And I go, She goes, why? I don't know, I'm coming to this thing where it's just like I don't like that show. I don't like those shows. I don't like shows about Earth. And she's like, but you love space documentaries. I'm like, yeah, I do. I love everything about space. I could watch those space docs over and over and over again, but when it comes to nature here, I fucking hate it. Where does that come from? So then I was thinking, like, I don't like animal stuff. I hate the aquarium, for instance. You know, you go to the aquarium and it's like, okay. Feels like school, right? I think I hate everything that reminds me of school. But then space is school, right? Aren't the planets scholastic?
Yeah.
So where does that come from? I'm asking for your help here today. I'm reaching out to all you guys listening.
Seems
Why
like
do
most
I hate
people
these?
are agreeing with me right now.
Yeah,
so that's
no,
nice
I know.
to
It's
see.
not about, listen, and this is the argument Jules and I had. It's not about, like, this is the one thing. This isn't about agreeing. This isn't about who's right.
It's about figuring out your issue.
It's about figuring out why I don't like it. I want to like it. I want to like everything.
Someone says space is clean, animals are dirty.
That's not it. That's not it, man. So I've been really, really trying to figure this one out all night. Maybe that's why I was up all night here, trying to figure this one out. And it's not that they're not good. It's not that there's no reason. I can't find the reason. And I always have a reason. I was listening to Kevin Hart on JRE. We'll show you some clips. This guy might be one of the stupidest guys out there. Even R. Kelly was watching that Kevin Hart interview on Rogan going, this is a bad interview. What was I saying? Shit, fuck. Kevin Hart was saying something like, he was saying this. He goes, I don't like haters. I hate haters. Oh, yeah, why you gotta hate? Why can't you just move on? Why can't you just, it's like somebody says, it's like, I love the movie The Titanic. Joe, right? You love the movie The Titanic? And people be like, You know, then someone comes up, oh, I hate the Titanic. Why? Why? Exactly. So shut up. And I was watching that, and it was like, oh, great argument. But, hey, Kevin, what if you could articulate exactly why you hate something? Shout out. What about Mike, huh? How does that argument stand up to me, the guy who always knows why I hate something, you know? And that's kind of a good thing. There are a lot of people probably who don't really investigate. They just go, oh, I fucking hate that. Whenever I get that feeling like I hate something, I go, ooh, this is going to be fun. Let's find out why I hate it. And then I usually quickly find like 400 to 300 reasons.
But not Earth. This is the mystery.
But I can't figure out why I hate the nature doc. So I like to do that. I think that's a great little lesson to teach everyone there. If you hate something, right, that physical feeling of you hating something, that gut feeling, you need to have at least one articulate reason as to why. Okay? That doesn't mean it's not valid, but you should do that investigation right after you figure out you hate something. So I can't figure out why I hate this. So what's going on here? This is troubling to me. Well, I guess we'll never know. Shout-outs, welcome to Light Mornings. Mike's Unsolved Mysteries. Kevin Hart proves Rogan Netflix conspiracy. You're absolutely right. It also proves Rogan is really stupid. I didn't even bother. Joe equals the universe. Hart equals the earth. Interesting. I hate Titanic because it's too long. I hate Titanic because it's not even a good movie for me. Maybe it goes back to those school field trips in that Nature History Museum, those dioramas. It really is. But didn't they do a lot of space stuff in school too? This is a topic that's stupid. Who gives a shit?
I don't think they actually did do as much space stuff when you were in school. They barely knew anything about space back then. So maybe that's why.
Maybe it is,
doesn't
yeah.
remind you of school.
The only thing we learned about space was the names of the 4 planets that we have in our solar system.
Yeah.
Earth, the Milky Way, Sunny, and Moon. I think Kratom stole your soul. Guys, when I say I was on Kratom like 2 weeks ago, that doesn't mean I do Kratom every day. You can't do Kratom every day. You die, okay? Just taught us the planets, and that's it. Yes, that's true. Space is
because they didn't
fey.
even know about all of these other extra planets and
Exactly,
galaxies back then,
Jules.
right?
Exactly. They didn't know about anything.
That's the mystery solved then. It's not school related.
Well, that's not true. You're just saying that. What do you think? It was born in 1901? They knew about it. They knew about it ever since Albert Einstein came into the picture. Pluto was a planet when I was in school. Very
no,
funny.
Mike doesn't like the zoo, by the way, as much as
No,
I've tried
I don't like
to
the
force it
zoo
on him.
either. I don't like going to places that feel like, there's no, like, I don't like where there's kids around, I don't like family places. I don't like places where there's not trouble happening, I like shit with a little bit of trouble mixed in. So I hate school-related stuff. Books. Oh, get that Kevin Hart part 2 where he's talking about how he's going to write a book. Does anyone have the time code for that? That's
Okay.
a good... now, all of a sudden, I'm remembering all these Kevin Hart things. Allow me to act strange today, man. Please. It's just Monday. Just give it up. 15 years of Red Bar. So many shows.
It's okay. Usually we do like a fast, upbeat song.
Yeah.
This is like a slow song.
Just let me
today.
be like a fucking weirdo today, okay? That's cool. Speaking of zoos, Mike, did you watch Pet Sematary? People are saying it's a movie of the year. This guy, Kyle Aiden Masterman in the chat, has been asking me this question all morning. No, Pet Sematary's in the theater. I don't go to watch movies in the theater. That's a fool's move.
We watch DVD/Blu-rays.
Yes. I am the same age as Mike, and I can confirm that we all knew about... I can confirm that we all knew... I don't know.
All we knew about was Sky.
What's it called? Pet Sematary. I'm very excited about that. Look at the mask money, 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 Oh, we've got some leftover jokes from April Fool's Day still happening. No one cares, mask. No, no. Someone says no one cares, block him. I've amended my policy on blocking, banning, and even clapping back at heads. And that new policy is that I'm not going to do any of those things. Shout out! You guys guys are all free. I won't even ban spammers. Destroy the chat. Shit all over it. Spray paint it. Go crazy. You know what I realized over the weekend here? I came to a lot of realizations over this weekend here. Some goofy ones, too. But I realized I want people to have fun. And if that fun includes harming me or others who listen to the show, then I want them to enjoy themselves. I'm putting on this show not for me, but for you. So please have fun. Okay? We want this to be a playground for you. All right? There will never be a ban again. Mark my words. I will never even get mad again. Can we track them down and kill their pets? No, Mike is nice. Mike is free. He's free as a bird. I will never ban anybody. In fact, if you've been banned by me before, you get a second chance. You could contact me and go, Mike, this is great. I'd love to come back to the Bring Back group. I'd love to come back to this or that. Isn't this wonderful? We're starting a whole new era here, gearing up for season 18. We like Mike and Jules. Do not destroy the chat with your twerk wind.
By the way, Pet Cemetery only has a 60%.
Ooh, that's
and
not bad.
A 45%
That's not bad.
Audience.
That's not
score.
bad at all. That's perfect. For a Hara, that's nice. Joey Mattresses, stop with this twerk wind stuff over and over and over. Mike put his hand on a stove. No, no, no. Yeah, season 18, man, September 10th. Look out for that shit. Every day before 9/11 is a new season now. That's how it's going to work. New season, season 18. What will it look like? What will it be? We're starting early. Remind me in July to remember that season 18 is a thing, okay? So I could start working on it. I never start working on the new season until like the day before.
That's the way it
And
should
then I
be.
always forget. So, September 10th will be the start of season 18. It's going to be the latest season we've ever had. Jules has been here for now, what, 1 year?
More than a year
Okay,
now.
so this has been a practice year. Wait till you see what we have now.
Yeah, this whole time I was just kidding.
Ooh, child. You guys are the luckiest group of podcast listeners out there. Okay, this is going to be really cool. Is it going to be light? It could be. It could be dark. It could be a dark season, a whole dark year. Okay? If this one was light, that could be dark, or it could be a continuation of light. Could be completely different than this. Could be 80 shows a week. Season 18, moving back to 4:3 aspect ratio, sure. This is going to be cool. Season 18 is going to get heavy. We're too lucky. Yeah, you guys are going to get heavy. How great has Red Bar been? Let's think about this over the last, 7 months. Has it not been one of the best shows you've ever seen? So I want people to appreciate that. I want you to remember that. I want you to think about that. Somebody says, will we see your hair in season 18? You might see my hair soon. We're working on that. A lot of episodes of Mike crying and drinking. Nope, I don't cry anymore. Season 18 is Oculus only. Nope, it's going to be like this, but better. It's been amazing, good, pretty great to be honest. Season 18 is on Compound. Yeah, just allow me to read the chat and just do kind of nothing for about 30, 40 minutes today, if you don't mind, so I could wake up. Let's just have some coffee and just hang out. What's more, I want to, maybe you guys talk more during the show than me today. According to Jules' resume that leaked online, she's been working for Red Bar for a year. Cool. You can check that out on our Reddit, which is a great place. I want to see Mike puke again. You will. Season 17 has been a golden age. Thank you. Mike has a full afro. That's not true. Hair revealed. Look, I shaved the side. See that? Look at that distinct line here. You have beard and you have shorter hair. Have you ever seen anything like that? Mike used to be in the Jackson 5. Could we hear the jug today? Man, you guys are being a couple goof troops out there today.
Where is my jug, by the way? Did you throw it out?
Yeah, no jug today, please. I can't. It goes right through me.
Oh, my God.
Lewis will get Mike on JRE for season 18. I would decline that offer. I'm not for other people.
Don't you guys think that going on JRE is like the scariest possible thing you could do this day and age?
I just don't know what you would even get out of it these days.
Seems like so much could go wrong and so little could go right.
Yeah, you really got to have... You really got to have a funny plan. Okay. We love Jug. The jug was shattered in a fit of rage. The jug was a water bottle, folks. How about them thunder thighs on Lewis? Jesus, I am so fucking tired right now. I'm telling you. Like, I can't even think.
It's okay. You're doing great.
Thank you. Did Maya talk? Guys, you got to spell today, man. Everybody, it's like really hard for me to even read this. Did Maya talk about Kevin Hart JRE yet? I want Mike to wear dress shirts and fitted caps backwards. I might start wearing dress shirts. I'm trying to think of what to wear. So I might start wearing dress shirts. I might start showing my hair. Mike, what would you say to JRE if he had you on the show? I can't think right now. This is the problem. I got so many amazing. Come back to me on Wednesday with that question, because I got so many amazing things that I'll tell you about that question. Seem to help yang gang. Okay. JRE means 2 million people looking at your past. Space versus Earth. Here we got an answer here. The more we know about space, the more questions we have. The more we know about Earth, the fewer questions we have. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Like, I want to be lit up. When I'm watching, here's one thing that I came to the conclusion of. When I'm watching these Earth docs, I tend to not really pay attention, and I start thinking about just my own stuff. When I'm watching a space doc, I'm locked in. I'm thinking about their stuff. I'm not thinking about me at all. It's almost more relaxing the more stimulating a show is for me. Mike, wear dress shirts open so the undershirt shows some dog tags. I really think, seriously, that guy's kind of right there. I was really thinking about that look. I don't know if you're joking. Yeah, like dress shirts open a little bit with some dog tags
Like
and
a
like
Greek
a hairy
look.
chest. Yeah, going Greek was something we discussed. Maybe my hair just kind of slicked back. Like Brendan Schwab. Jules already posted a picture of Mike's hair at a restaurant on her story. I screen capped it. People have seen my hair. I mean, I've been doing this show for 15 years. You know, people have seen it all. They've heard it all. Mike, find a John Sahag in Chicago and get your hair did as a goof. We are. You know, I was closing in on some of the reasons as to why I don't like doing my hair. And I think it's because you have to settle on like some look. And there is no hairdo that I'm okay with, you know, like on anybody. And I couldn't imagine deciding upon a hairdo. You know what I mean? Like, you have to decide upon something, and then like, you know, then there's some like false advertising going on. Like, I stand behind this sort of haircut. You know,
It's
what
a
does
real
that say about me?
commitment.
You know what it is? And it's not like hats or anything better, but, you know, I throw on a hat not because I think the hat's cool. I throw on a hat because I don't want to do this thing up, man. I hate putting product in my hair. My hair is kind of just a poof without product. It needs product, and but I hate doing that. And what was I gonna say? And there's just no point. There's no hairstyle that's good enough. Oh no, here's what I was gonna say. There's no hairstyle that I feel like I came up with, right? It's like someone else's hairstyle that I'd be doing, right?
Yeah.
And I think maybe
exactly.
that's why I don't like it, because it's like, oh, I have the hairstyle of this faggot or that faggot or this guy
There's
or
no
this
new
guy.
hairstyle that's never been done before.
Exactly. And then it's like, oh, so you like this guy's hair? It's like, no, man. So I really don't know what to do. And again, a big pain in the ass. It's like a 45-minute thing to do your hair. So I don't know, but I don't like the way I look in a hat either, you know. Mike has beautiful hair. That is true. And then I get tendrils. It all falls down.
I think you should keep growing it long.
Look at this guy. Product takes 2 seconds. That's interesting. Then how come over 38 years I've been having such a fuck of a time?
But it's also because your hair is so thick.
Yeah, see, it really all depends on your hair. This is what I learned. You know, it took me like 30 years to learn this. There's no special product. There's no good product. There's only like the right type of hair and the wrong type of hair. So if you have like, some people have hair where they literally can put like just a fucking dab and go like this, and it looks fly, perfect. Not me. I mean, my hair weighs so much. There's nothing that could like hold it up. So you need to put in like a bunch of heavy product and style it, and then it looks fucking hard and fake and faggoty. You know what I mean? So it's like, unless Everyone has different hair. Unless you have my hair, you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You just got to get a haircut that looks good when it's thick and shiny.
There's none, man. I just look faggoty no matter what haircut I have. I've done this for 30, however many years. You know, it's like there's not going to be magically a haircut that looks good on me that's easy and all of a sudden I found the solution. There is no solution. The solution is I was born with the wrong head.
I know what the solution is. Cornrows.
Oh my God, I might. I actually might. Or like Pusha T's braids.
Exactly.
Seriously, I just might do that. I'm really done with a lot of different types of caring. I said this the other day. I watched a bunch of these Kanye speeches that I hadn't seen yesterday, and I leveled up 2 more levels. But last week before that, for no reason at all, I leveled up like 3 more levels. I didn't discuss this with people. People don't know this about me, so I'm just going to tell you. I've leveled up probably in the last 2 months 6 levels. I'm finding out things about me that I never knew. Great things. And I'm letting go of things that I never thought could be let go. So I might do my hair like Pusha T. Even if I'm met with a lot of ridicule, I might think that's the way to go for me. What do you guys think about that?
I'm fully for it.
Gain weight and be vintage Mike. I have gained weight. Oh, I lost 20 pounds. Have you guys noticed since the last show? Do I look a lot slimmer? Let's see. Damn, that progress. Yeah. Seriously. What kind of things I'm going to tell you? I swear to God, I have discovered. That's why I'm a mess today. Maybe that's why I can't sleep. I went through in the last 2 weeks, I've just discovered so many things. I've had so many enlightening moments. I didn't do any drugs either. Some people might be going, uh-oh, he did a mushroom trip and he's letting those goofy, woofy chemicals dictate. No. Completely sober epiphanies. Enlightenments. I don't know what sparked it or triggered it. I'm trying to track that down, but it's going to be pretty exciting for everybody here. If you watch the history of Red Bar, I'm like a new guy every year. I just keep getting better and better, I think. Right?
I think so.
Less faggoty and stuff and cooler. And I'm really thinking that I was thinking about this. I go, well, I'm not going to tell you that part, but I will say this. At 45 years old, ooh, I'm going to be good, bro. You guys are watching a guy before he's even done his thing yet, which is really cool. You haven't even seen me do the thing that I'm here to do yet. This is all practice, right? Mm-hmm. It's going to be fucking cool. Mike's downfall is a tearjerker. There's no possible way I could have a downfall ever. And
if you were going to have a downfall, you would have had it by now.
No one could ever downfall me, even if there was something to downfall me. You could never defeat me. Nobody. Ever.
Mike is still a pupa.
Yeah, exactly. Mike is only visiting Earth for a short time. That's not true. 45 will be a sweet spot. Then the dementia comes to level it down. Mike is only visiting Earth for a short time. We haven't even seen Mike's final form. That's faggoty, Mike. I don't care. His mission is not complete. Mike will be 100% gray in 13 years when he is 45. I should be 100% gray soon.
I can't wait.
Ooh, gray cornrows. Never seen that before. Mike is creeping on the come up. Fuck yeah. Mike, you're forgetting about your dementia kicking in by 45. So that won't bring a downfall. That'll bring an upswing. Mike is enlightened. Chinese hat Mike, and my eyes are fucked today, dude. I can barely see. This red bar was greatly needed. Interesting. I'm loving this mood, says one guy. Shout out. Maybe I should just sit here and riff the whole day. Not do one show note. I can.
This is your show, after all.
This is my show. I want to be more experimental, season 18. I want to do more things that nobody else has done. I want to do more things that, think about the coolest thing you'd ever want to see. Your imagination. Anything your imagination could do, why don't we do? Why don't we do that? I was thinking about I want to start doing interviews, and then I was thinking, but I'm not going to tell anybody, like the guest. So, for instance, if you like ask somebody if they want to be interviewed, they might say yes, they might say no, but then they'll have time to like think about it, you know, and that's disingenuous. So what I think I'm going to do is just start calling people and then not telling them they're on the air and doing an interview with them over the phone. You know what I mean? Anybody I want to interview, why don't we just call them and go, hey, man, let's talk, and just and do it on the air, you know? Very cool. Get a green screen and let your imagination run wild. No. Might get naked. Just let it loose and let what feels good feel good. That's interesting. Get naked. Live streams from the streets. Sounds great. Rape them by ear. The show is already light years ahead of other podcasts. Thank you. That's Torm Delgado. That's interesting. I do believe I'm light years ahead of all other podcasts. I actually do believe that. I listen to these other shows. It's just so fucking stupid. Everybody's just like commentating on what they think that you're supposed to hear. I think I'm going to go really hard too. This is going to offend you too. I didn't plan on saying any of this today, but you know, as long as my mind's all goofed up, why not? I'm going to start like, I'm going to start like being more, saying things that are, or going places that are probably going to be more unpopular with you. For instance, you know, this left versus right stuff, you know, I think it's time. I think it's time to criticize some of you guys a bit more about that kind of stuff, you know. Apart from the morning, of course. Okay, yes, Mike needs a nickname for season 18 like Tebow and a coach. His Mike addressed Cumtown's beef with Red Bar. Are they beefing with me? This is exciting. We need somebody to beef with me. People are afraid of this Red Bar. Did you see Louis J. Gomez bring up Red Bar on Gas Digital? People be too afraid of Red Bar. What are they worried about? 2 years of being harassed? That's nothing to worry about. Just fight through it. Don't be such a puss. Here's Louis J. Gomez bringing up Red Bar on Gas Digital while everybody else in the room gulps. Have you seen this clip? Everybody else in the room goes silent when he brings up Red Bar. Listen to this. Xander found this. Shout out to Xander finding all the good stuff. This is from Real Ass Podcast. It says Louis had some nice words from Mike David today. Uh-oh.
Step up your game, bit, the voice.
And look at this. He's with, what's this guy's name? Zach Q Funny?
Yes, exactly.
And Justin Silver is in the room. Some girl is in the room. Let's examine this. Look at this. Louis, come on, get your camera right, dog. You built this whole new studio and then you decided to get what, like a security cam? Do they have are they using those little like remote control cameras? Do people think those are cool? They're like, they're great. You could use a joystick to control them. But then you get audio of like an Airbnb wireless security cam. Or you get video. Look how bad this looks. Louis, come on, man. This looks bad. Let's hear what they had to say about me.
You should send him a Red Bar zip up.
I know it would look better than that shit, man. Everybody's hoodies look so whack. They're so cheap. You know, everybody's got to be wearing nicer sweats, thicker sweats, better material. Here we go. Listen to this.
Step up your game, bit, the voice.
Louis J.
Fucking album
Gomez.
is so dope.
Yeah, it's incredible. Sven Stoffels.
So dope, dude.
Sven Stoffels out of Amsterdam. This guy is fucking... Dude, he's such a great artist. We use him for all the Skankfest art. We use him for my animation. He did the actual animation for the special as well. He's also a podcaster. He does
cool.
Red Bar Radio, and I don't know if you know Red Bar, but he's a fucking psycho. He's a savage. He's another like just fucking independent podcaster. When we were starting Gas Digital, I asked him for a lot of advice because he has his own like platform and does his own thing. He's a lunatic. He just trolls Gino and Anthony Cumia. That's his whole show. It's him trashing Anthony Cumia and everyone on Compound Media. And me a little bit too. He trashes me a little bit too, but it's all in good fun. We talk off of social media. I don't pay attention to social media the way people asked me that. I did a Reddit AMA yesterday.
That's like a weird. He noticed like nobody else was responding, and then he goes, I don't even pay attention to social. What the hell is that about? But look at these guys, man. Why silent? Nothing? Did you see Justin Silver's face when they brought up her? Uh-oh. REDBAR, oh. I should stay who's this girl?
Isn't that Kim Congdon?
I don't know. Looks too beautiful to be Kim Congdon. Although I am falling in love with older women here. Don't tell them who. I'll say this. You know that Lori from Shark Tank? That's like my prime type of woman right now. You ever seen Shark Tank? That blonde woman on Shark Tank? That's exactly what I'm looking for right now in a woman. So I'm kind of on the hunt for like a woman, you know?
Wait, I thought you were just doing it to practice for when I get old.
Oh, yeah, that's what I told you. I said, yeah, I'm going to start getting into older women right now so that by the time you're old, I'll be into that. You know what I mean? That
was just an excuse.
To marry the Lori or to go out with Lori?
No, just an excuse of why you're attracted to older women.
I'm not attracted to older women. I just want to be with them. Okay, let's see. Justin Silver, he's so lucky, so stupid. Roseanne is smoking too. Season 18 deep MILF. No, they cannot be moms. They just have to be older women who haven't had... Yeah, power women. Yeah, you got that. Mike's a polygamist. Hold on. Jules is forever young.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mike's upgrading. Wait till you see. Yeah, today, here's why I'm going slow today. Yeah, I am upgrading. You're watching an upgrade, you know? And there's some bugs in it here today. And there's some stuttering. We'll probably come out with like the, 13.1 version by Wednesday to patch the bugs. So just look at it that way. The new mic is a little buggy today, but... Yeah, I'm sure he always releases an update, clears that shit right up. So by Wednesday, he'll be fine. TJ Kirk Stuntman. That's weird. Mike needs to defragment. Oh, yeah. Is that still something? Should I be doing that on my PC, by the way? Remember defragmentation?
They have a pic of your new woman, by the way.
Ooh, let's see. Mike's brain. No, my brain is like very good. What's happening right now is there's too much good stuff. Why are they showing me this pic?
Just in case anyone didn't know her.
This is the woman. Maybe it's just those giant fucking tits! Nobody be alarmed today, by the way. I'm just goofing around. Okay. Mike is charging. Ooh, Mike should get a robot arm for season 18 or like some permanent headphones. Okay. Defrag every week. Defrag is underrated. Really? Is this something you should have to do? Why would they have to do that? Hitachi, Matachi, wow, yeah, look at those. Can we look at more pictures of Lori's giant breasts?
What's her last name? Let's see.
I don't know. Mike's brain is overflowing with antioxidants. Yeah, I'm also starting this new diet today. I'm starting like a lot of upgrades on myself today. And I'm going to bring you guys so many amazing new things from these upgrades. Okay, it's like you're getting a whole new iOS. You don't do it on SSDs. Don't defrag. It's a scam. Okay, good. Lori Grainer is her name. I never defragged my entire life. I defragged. Okay, no more defragging talk, guys. It's lame. How about that shout out on Louis J. Gomez's cast?
Very sweet of him.
Pretty cool. But why is Cumtown afraid of me? Why are all these shows so afraid to get in it with me?
I've never watched Cumtown. I don't know anything about them.
We'll be launching a giant war on them, season 18, so look for that, okay? We'll be exposing everything. You barely have to defrag anymore. Stop with defragging, okay? We're over it. Mike, are you doing any health plans for the spring? Oh, yeah. So the good thing about me is I know exactly how to, like, I could get fat and then be back to normal in 2 months. It's so easy to just lose weight. And what I've been doing right now is just eating, ballooning up and just having a great time. And a lot of it is because I stopped caring about my image, my physical form. You know, it's stupid. And I've completely let that go. It took all these years to really let that go and not care about what you look like. And it's such a freeing feeling. And you can't talk yourself into it. You can't convince yourself, to be like that. It just, it'll either happen for you one day or not. It's like my dad. My dad doesn't give a fuck about anything. He never cares. And I would be embarrassed for him. Like when he would wear those wax sweatpants and embarrass me at the bus stop, you know? The bus stop was across the street from my house. My dad would come out, start like shoveling or something in these cheap ass forest green Sam's Club sweatpants, you know? And that would kill me. I'd be like so embarrassed. Why? What's so embarrassing about wearing sweatpants? Who cares?
Soon
as long as he doesn't give a fuck.
Your sweatpants to our son.
Exactly. And like I never understood that. And I'd be like, oh, you can't wear those sweatpants out. And he goes, you think I care about what anyone thinks? And I'd be like, you should. And now I'm like just starting to get into that world.
Wow, someone says Cumtown stole a few Kumia jokes by referring to him as the Baida and saying light mornings. Is that true?
Well, man, I hope not, because I'll kill them all. I don't care if people see. I could care less about anything except having the best time with you guys. Okay. Mike should go to Max Headroom for season 18. Whoa, Jules is pregnant. Absolutely not. We are not baby people. That is 100%.
We kind of decided against having a baby
we had a long
this
talk
too.
Yeah, we had a long talk about how that is like a fool's tradition. But you never know. I mean, who knows what happens to your mind 10 years? You don't even know what's going to happen to your mind a week from now. Like, I'm a different guy today than I was last week. And it's, you know, who knows? So you don't know. But we really discussed it. I don't think there's going to be any sort of baby here. That's kind of fucking crazy.
It seems evil to bring a kid into this world.
Here's my philosophy on this. I think that people are like, it's like one of the most crazy, commitments you could make for your life. And people think that's just like a normal thing that you should be doing. They really don't think about it. Like it's probably one of the biggest holes, undiscussed holes. I mean, I know it's discussed by a few people, okay? But in large, people think that's pretty normal. Like, you hook up, you get married, you have this fucking kid. Have a kid? That's crazy. That's like really, really nuts when you think about it, to have a kid. Like, nobody is qualified to have a kid, and it's not okay. It's really not okay to bring somebody into this world and just torture them for this lifetime here, because that's what it is. Okay? And it's really not okay. And I don't like this idea of, oh, our parents didn't know shit and they just had kids and it was fine. It wasn't fine, though. Nobody's fine. It's really crazy. You should really think really hard about that decision to bring child into this world. I know we have a lot of people with parents. You absolutely had no right to have kids. Anybody who watches this show, I've looked. Absolutely no right. And your kids are going to have a hell of a time, a half-baked hell of a time. And they're going to be more, most, I would say 99% of people are more noise than they are progress. Okay. It really is just absolutely stupid at this point.
This show is your kid.
Exactly. But then I was thinking about that too, because a lot of people really don't, it probably gets awfully boring by the time you're 35, right? For most people.
Yeah.
Shout outs. I don't mean to depress you, but it probably gets awfully boring for most people at 35. Like, it's every day becomes the same, right? You go to that job, you wake up at 7, you do the exact same thing, you go to the exact same place, you get paid the exact same amount of money. And there's no celebrations. There's really nothing to look forward to except for the calendar holidays. And then, we could have a big event, huh? A kid, that'll really mix things up. And that could be very exciting for somebody who does the same thing day in and day out. But my life is very exciting already. You know what I mean? So I might not need that sort of thing to fulfill that thing. I'm stimulated. Every day I'm stimulated. I'm never bored. There's not a day that goes by yet that I've had in my life where I'm like, oh, I'm bored. I haven't been bored yet. I've been mad, but I haven't been bored. And I can't imagine wanting to have a kid. Like, I don't want any of it. You know, I don't want any of the stuff that comes along with having a kid. Any of it. And I also don't feel, maybe this is unique to me too, that I have this show. send all the stuff that I'd want to send into the kid's mind into all your minds. And that's good enough. It's just as fulfilling, I think.
Someone says the thing about kids is you go from living a life that doesn't matter to one where everything is at stake. To me, that sounds terrible and scary.
Yeah, I guess I understand that concept. I just feel like I have a lot of work to do, and I'd rather give my stuff. Trying to figure
like,
this one.
how dare you?
I'd
think
rather
that
give
you're
my stuff
good enough to duplicate yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I'd rather give my stuff to everybody than just one kid that's gonna end up shitty. Like, odds are that kid's gonna end up shitty and bother people and be a plague on this society and bother me.
You were such a bad kid. You're definitely gonna get karma with an evil.
It's gonna bother me a lot, you know. And I don't like I don't like any kid activities. Like, I hate sports. I find them to be ridiculous. I hate throwing the ball around.
We'll probably have a strict SJW kid because of all the N words you said in your lifetime.
I would not be able to send my kid to school, and I also would not be able to homeschool my kid. That would be like putting me through school again. I fucking hate school so much that I couldn't, like, thinking about having to be involved with a school seems like the gnarliest thing. Like, so that's what I like. These people who want to have a kid, what seems appealing about this?
I think the only thing appealing is that then it's kind of like you don't really die. You're passing on your life into the next generation.
I don't feel like I need that. I feel like that's also like a scared, ego, fucking selfish thing. Like, who gives a fuck about your legacy?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that last week, too. You'll hear people say this. Like, what's the most important thing to you? Andrew Santino, legacy, 100% legacy. Italy, 100%. Yeah, I want people to remember. Why? You know? For what? That's stupid. You know? There are more important things. Let's see. Mike at a Little League game. Couldn't imagine. I just don't want to. I want to put in the work here. This is where I want to put in the work. I've already put in so much work here. I want to put in more work here.
Plus, you and me are both kind of people who are more interested in the now than the future.
Exactly. Like, I know the future is going to be grim for me, health-wise.
Same.
I think it's going to be really bad for me, health-wise, unless they come up with a thing. So I would rather put in all my work here, give everything that I can here, and then that will be my thing, my contribution. Because I feel like I'm contributing, believe it or not. I already feel like I've contributed a great deal.
Well, as long as you feel fulfilled, that's really all you can ask for.
I do. I've seen how some of you respond to the show, and I've seen the messages you send me, and I'm 100% confident in that idea that I have done enough. Mike is inspiring today. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, see this, and that's not even me. Like, I feel, this person in the chat says, my friend recently had a baby and broke up with her boyfriend and wants to kill herself for the first time ever. I feel like something like that would happen to me. Like, my body.
Say that again.
Like,
I gotta
my
listen to
body
that.
would become destroyed, and I would be like suicidal and get post-parent
Yeah, there's
depression.
that. I'm not worried about any of that stuff. I'm just worried about I don't want a whole nother lifetime that's like 20, 30 years doing all this stuff for this kid. I got other stuff to do. I got other plans here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we've made our decision for now.
I think it's nice, and who cares? You'll all be my kid. Okay? I think you could do it that way. I think we're just stuck in this traditional thing. I think everybody's terrified. I think that they think there's time running out. They got to do the kid thing, but I think it's a really stupid move unless you're like really awesome and you have something to give to this child.
But some people do need the fulfillment from a kid. It's just not for everybody.
Exactly.
Like, you're not wrong.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not lacking
your life to.
fulfillment. Okay, so yeah, there's that thing. So I wonder, are more people having kids because they feel an emptiness inside? I've never felt an emptiness inside.
But if you have an emptiness and then the kid is what your path is, that doesn't mean that that's wrong. That's just your path.
You know, there's some people out there like, oh, I just don't know. I feel like I don't know what I am. I've never felt that. Ever since I got out of film school when I was 18, I just felt like every day there's something to do. And there's too much to do. You know what I mean? I've never felt like empty or missing something. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we're just riffing today. Fuck this show, right? Fuck today. That's the theme of today is fuck today. All right? We're just doing whatever we want to on a Monday. All right? Just because I feel so jacked up on this caffeine and lack of sleep. So I just feel like why not just scat today? It's something different. Mike's podcast will be his legacy. I believe that. I was thinking back. We should free all the episodes. We should get all that. This is what I wanted to say. And I know this seems like a lot of work for you. If I say something that you like, clip it and throw it up on YouTube. I can't pick out my own clips. I found this is tough.
We tried with the YouTube channel.
So the YouTube channel, if it were up to me, I would upload almost every bit of this show that wouldn't get banned on YouTube and just get it out there for everybody to hear. But you can't pick out your own moments. You can't. It just doesn't work. Like you just need a guy to pick out your own moments. So maybe we'll do it like this. If you see a moment from REDBAR, just clip it and please throw it up on the internet. Doesn't matter how many views it gets. Doesn't matter whose channel it's on. Doesn't matter what the quality's like. Just throw it up. And maybe if you've heard stuff in the archives that's like that, throw it up. Because I was thinking, like, I've said a lot of shit for 15 years. And I'm not one of these guys that's able to, like, campaign his ideas. Because I get sick of saying the same thing over and over again, right? So maybe I've said some really good stuff. And maybe only 1,000 people heard it in 2007, and now it's just buried in this archive that nobody's going to ever get to except for a couple thousand more people, you know what I mean? So if you see stuff like that, dig it out, throw it up. The world must know. Because I can't campaign my ideas. I can't say them over and over again. You see some people, and they, like, have these ideas that they keep bringing up throughout their whole life over and over and over again and, like, redoing them. And I feel like once I said it, it's like out of my system, okay? But that's unfair to all these like new people that are going to be listening to the show. Because maybe I said all this stuff over the first 10 years of REDBAR, you know, that excitement stage where you're saying everything. So it's like the first 10 years of a band, right? So you have your whole life where you've been building up all these ideas, and then your first 10 years of podcasting, you're so excited to get them all out. You get them all out, and then maybe that's where you left them. And now I had all these exciting ideas that people have never heard, right? So we got to get them out. Unleash.
So don't be afraid to
the
just
archives.
clip something and post it.
Yes.
We want you to do that.
Please put it all up, man. Go crazy. Go crazy. We got to open source this whole show. Someone
Because
says,
it's hard to know what people find the most meaningful when you're picking from what you've said. It's really harder than you think.
here's what I want to do here. I want this show. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. The new business model, season 18. I want this show to be all free, open source. The only reason we do this paid content thing is because we need some sort of business model. I need to make money somehow, right? Somehow, some way, and we can't do ads. So we need you to remain, until I think of something better, we need you to be Scars Club members. If you have that 35 cents and you love this show, we need you. But I want everyone. Have you seen those times where I'm like, this week's Scars Club episode is free? Why do you think I'm doing that?
We do that like once a month.
We do that too much. You know why? Because I go, I don't want only this many people hearing it. I need everybody to hear it. So if it were up to me, it would all be free. It would be for everybody. I was thinking about it the other day, too. I was thinking about the reason I want more listeners. And I was thinking about why do I want more listeners? And because it's not about money and it's not about fame. You watch like Logan Paul and you watch Kevin Hart. Same fucking thing. They want to be the biggest. They want to be the best. And when you ask them why, they give you some answer, but what it shows is that they want it. They think that that's going to make them feel better. They want to be the biggest and the best because they think it's going to make them feel accomplished. But what if you already feel accomplished? Okay. Then what drive do you have to be the biggest and the best? Like, what are you Why do people need to be the biggest and the best? And usually they want to do that to like crush the haters or crush the doubters. Why? Why is that an important thing that people respect? Why is this hustle to get bigger and bigger? Why is that like meaningful? What does that mean? So I don't have that in me. People go, why is Red Bar so small? It's so good. That's like such a great question. Why is it so small? It must just suck, right? No, no, no. You have to actively be building your show in order to get bigger. You guys see me, right? You guys see how I move on social media. When's the last time you saw me try to build the show? I mean, outside of posting YouTube clips, when is the last time you ever saw me actively try to build this show? I usually never do that. Okay? Like, I don't feel like that's my purpose. I feel like my purpose is to say these things, and if people like them, they'll like them. But you do need more people, right? Because it goes back to that idea I had before where it's like, maybe I said some amazing shit that could be helpful to people in some way. And if only 600 people heard it, that's not enough people. More people need to hear that point for it to work. Okay, so that's the idea behind it. That doesn't mean everybody needs to hear it, but more people need to hear it. I'm satisfied with the size this show is right now, and I'm also okay with this idea of plateau, which most people are afraid of. I was watching, again, back to Logan Paul, but Logan Paul's mindset is like, what I like about Logan Paul's podcast is that he is showing me what most of these people online are thinking, because he's dumb enough to just say it out loud. And I can tell, oh, that's how most of these people think. That's their motivation. Why are they motivated to do these things? Well, oh, there's why. Logan Paul's giving away all the secrets, and all the secrets are wrong. They're all motivated by the wrong reasons. They're all motivated by this insecurity of not feeling amazing. I mean, you watched Kevin Hart on JRE, and his motivation is wrong. His motivation isn't that he just wants people to enjoy shit. His motivation is him. It's 100% him. You don't ever want to do stand-up at a basketball court, like his Netflix special for 20,000 people, unless your motivation is only to impress people. Okay? So that feeds you, right? So his motivation is solely to, like, for others to be like, oh my God, Kevin Hart's so huge. He's amazing. He's great. You know, and that's completely wrong in my opinion. So reaching for the stars is so stupid. I think trying to be the biggest and the best, because you're never going to be the biggest and the best. So then what then? Then you're always going to be unhappy. What was my point? I had a better point coming up. I should read the chat.
So what's you were talking about your motivation for getting more listeners?
Oh, my motivation for getting more listeners is just because I think my points are too good to be heard by this little of people, because it doesn't change anything in this world if only a small amount of people hear this. So if a larger amount of people hear this, then it works, okay? And you wouldn't want to do a task unless it worked, right? So like we're all motivated to do stuff for outcomes, and we don't know why, but obviously it's probably just to, I don't know. But there's some sort of motivation, like we have this motivation to build things and make things better, right? And to make things easier and to streamline things. So if you're going to do that, like you would want it to work at the end. When you build a desk, you want it to like support everything. You don't want it to fall to pieces. So if you're saying all this good stuff, you want it to do something. And I don't think it will do something unless there's a lot of people who could spread it, right? So we need to spread it. But you should know why you want to be bigger. You should know why you want more people, and you should want the right people. You know, another reason that I don't advertise or market this show is because I'm nice. I was thinking about this the other day, too. Kevin Hart wants to come on JRE and go, why you gotta hate on things? Just shut your mouth. Well, I don't know. Maybe because I signed up for Netflix, not the Kevin Hart show. So I signed up for Netflix, and now you're bombarding me. Like, my money is going to your bullshit stand-up special. Okay? I signed up for Netflix. My money is going to Amy Schumer's bullshit stand-up special. So I do have a say, Kevin Hart. I am allowed to hate because you're not minding your own business. You're invading me with your shit. I don't like to invade people with my shit. Okay? That's what makes me nice. Like, I say some stuff on here that's not for everybody, but I don't. You only hear this if you come here. You know what I mean? I'm not forcing it upon anybody, and I'm not telling you to listen to it, and I'm not tricking you into listening to it. Because I know most likely that it's not going to be for you. You know, so it would be absurd of me to just make you listen to it, or at least that's what I think, you know. So that's why I do zero marketing, but you have to do something. You've got to do something. You can't just rely on the word of mouth of these guys here.
So how do you do it without being disingenuous?
Exactly. So here's two things I will not go on another person's show. I've learned this about myself. I'm not a person who you should be sitting around having a conversation with people. I should be doing this. This is what I should be doing. This is my value. This is what I do. This is what I'm good at. This version of the show. Okay? I don't want to sit around in a room of comedian people go, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why should I? So because other podcasts sit around and fucking gab? That's what I should be doing? Why? This is my own thing. Just because it's a podcast, it should be like Ask Digital, where four guys sit around a room and discuss this stuff. First of all, there's not one person that I want to talk to. The people that I want to talk to are so far out of reach, it's a joke. So I don't want to sit around with Louis J. Gomez and Justin Silver and Zach and talk about these boneheaded topics. That's not me. I wouldn't even fit in doing that. It wouldn't work.
People don't need another person like that. We don't need another guy who just goes on podcasts and talks about the same topics all the bros are talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And but that's one of the key ways. So people go, how are all these other shows so big? REDBAR is like the smallest, best show out there. Like, for real, REDBAR is like the smallest podcast, you know, but the richest, right? In its content. Okay? Like, it feels better than these other shows, right? These other shows just feel like filler placeholders, but like, people know there's like a difference with REDBAR. And
we were saying with other shows, you kind of know what you're going to get out of every episode when you go into it. And we like to think that with REDBAR, you never know what could happen.
And that could be bad. But like, the reason they're growing so big is the collabs, man. The co-signing that's going on, the introductions that's going on. These people are on 10 different podcasts a week, being introduced to hundreds of thousands of people a week. I'm being introduced to no one ever. Ever, ever, ever. And I'm not being co-signed by anybody. Ever! There is nobody who says, check out REDBAR. There is nobody who says, oh, check out Mike. So I'm not co-signed by anybody. I don't have anyone's endorsement. And I'm not on anyone else's show. So that knocks out one free way to grow your podcast. And you don't even have to be good. You just have to have the nerve to go on everyone's show and fucking bombard their audience. So if I went on a podcast every day like Santino, yeah, it would work. I'd be right up there, right? But I don't want to do that. And that's not me. And, you know, like, where would I even start? Just start fucking calling dudes? I'm not in the comedy community, bro. You know, this is what you don't understand. All these podcasts are all in this, like, scene together. I am not in that scene. I am Mike.
Brandon Mueller says, I do not believe Mike sees REDBAR as a job. That is necessary for me to be into something. I just can't watch a man show up to work.
Exactly. And I was thinking about that, too, as far as a schedule. Like, people want REDBAR to be on a schedule so bad. They just want it. But, like, that's a job. What I'm doing isn't a job. What I'm doing isn't morning talk radio. Okay? like I'm still figuring it out, but it's weird. It's like that's a morning radio show. That is a man's job that you're thinking of, where he comes in every day at the exact same time, and he's here for the exact same amount of hours, and the segments are the exact same thing, and the format's the exact same
And all
thing.
of the marketing makes it a job also.
Exactly.
Going on other podcasts and hashtags.
And it's like, that's great for everybody. That some people need that. Some people, they wake up at the same time every day. They have a job to go to, and they want to be able to tune in and have REDBAR there at the same time every day. But for me, it's like, that's going to kill the show. So I'm constantly changing the schedule to avoid that. I'm constantly doing all this stuff, but I'm also met with so much disdain from even people that love the show. They seem to hate when I fuck with the schedule. It like bugs them out, like they can't. And I'm trying to figure out what that is. And, you know, then they'll blame me. Oh, Mike doesn't want to do this. He's always trying to get out of doing the show. Why the hell would I ever want to get out of doing this? I want to get into doing this.
This is our favorite thing to do.
Doing
this is the best part of our week.
Doing it over and over and over and over again for no purpose is going to make me want to get out of it. Okay. So you don't want that. You know, it's like you need to have a reason to say something. All right. There's never been a radio show that's like survived that people actually keep listening to over. Maybe Howard Stern, that's it. But all the other ones, and this isn't a radio. I don't want to compare myself to other radio shows. I don't want to be a radio show. I just want to be this person who, when he has something to say, comes here and says it, right? And it's not magic. You can't just have something awesome to say every day of the week. So to do your show every day is definitely disastrous. You never want to do 5 days a week. That is crazy. All you'll do is wear yourself thin. You'll wear your audience thin. You'll say all this stuff and you'll waste it, and it won't be good. It would be like if a musician put out an album every week. It would just, everything he's got would be gone in a year. Okay? So you have to like savor some shit, you know. I'm not trying to get out of doing anything. You know what I was thinking though? Like maybe we, and I'm not saying we're shortening any sort of schedule. I really like where things are now. I just know that's not going to last. Like I am going to be like, I don't want to do 3 days a week anymore one day. Like I know it's going to come once I get sick of this again. And then I was thinking, but maybe what I'll do instead is do something else with those missed days to give, because you should definitely be giving. But that's the other thing too. It's like there really is only so much to give. You know, think about it. Like we're very lucky that 15 years of all the stuff that's come out of my mouth, that there's still more.